Hi, I'm Caroline. I'm a consultant from the DBU Writing Center, and today we're going to be going over literary terms, and it's exactly what it sounds like. These are just breakdowns of some of the things that professors either ask students to look for when they are critiquing or analyzing literature, and in addition to that, it's just a really helpful list for you as a student when you are trying to either analyze or summarize something that you have read in class, just to break down the things that are going on a more minute level. So we'll just go over a few of the most common ones, but if you are wanting to go into even more depth, this handout is available both on our website as well as in the DBU Writing Center in the Collins Learning Center. Oftentimes in literature, authors will use specific types of imagery to, as exactly what it sounds, create an image for the reader, and this is something that can often either have symbolic meaning later on, so it's important to take note of. Some examples of imagery would just be saying the red apple, the blaring horn, the sour lemons. All of these adjectives used to describe the noun evoke an imagery to the reader, and some authors may use this more or less, but it's just something to be aware of because it might play a greater part than you might think in whatever you are analyzing at the time. Another common tactic that authors use is the use of metaphors, and this is a figure of speech that compares two things to each other, often using the words like or as. So saying something like, the sun's light was a bath of heat from the sky. In this case, you know that the sun is not an actual bath of heat from the sky, but by comparing it to another object, you're creating a metaphor. And this could be as simple as saying, the girl's hair was as yellow as the cornfields outside. In addition to metaphors, authors often use personification, and this is when they give a non-human thing human attributes, and you might be thinking, what is that? But you've probably seen it a lot. It could be saying something like, the tree waved her arms in the wind. Obviously the tree doesn't really have arms, and waving arms is only something that people can do, but by giving the tree human-like attributes, it creates personification. It's kind of like a metaphor in that you're using something that's not reality to emphasize a point or describe the way something is. Now, one of the most both common and confusing ones that students come across is symbolism in literature, so we'll break that down for you as this. Symbolism is a use of an object or an idea to represent another idea, value, or object. You will often see authors place something in a story without saying what it symbolizes, but the context of the story helps you figure it out. For example, in The Great Gatsby, I'm sure a lot of you remember this even from high school English classes, but the author often referenced the big pair of optical lenses on the billboard that the characters drove by, and these big glasses symbolize the eyes of God watching them. And as the story unveiled, you could see this symbol coming more and more to life. So paying attention to the other terms that we talked about, like personification and imagery, can often help you figure out what a symbol might mean, or even if something is meant to be a symbol. And lastly, we're going to talk about theme. This is something that might be explicitly stated or more so implied, and you kind of have to figure it out for yourself. But theme, exactly as it sounds, is the central idea, argument, or underlying point of literature. This might be something like, a wise person is patient, or be careful what you wish for. But in whatever work you're reading, there is likely at least one theme, maybe more, that is interwoven throughout the story and continually applied and brought to life. And this is something that, especially when doing a literary analysis, you want to be aware of and be able to articulate to your audience. So as we stated, these are just a few of the literary terms. We have a handout with these and many more on our website that you can check out. You can also watch our literary criticism handout to figure out how you can apply these literary terms to an even greater understanding once you are working on your assignment. So thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the rest of our channel and like and subscribe for more stellar content. Thank you.